October is a wonderful month. Generally, schools have settled into a rhythm, students have the information needed to plan the rest of their semester, sports and organizations are in full operation, so there are several opportunities for students to gain experience and skills. For those applying to college, October can be a month that requires focus and dedication to ensure your applications are good to go. Hi, I'm Margaret Meek, and this is Bumps in Your Flight for October 2022. There have been any number of decisions made on the political, operational, and legal levels affecting education and financing in the last month. Let's run through a few of those decisions that may impact you. Loan forgiveness continues to be ironed out by the federal government. We know that the application for forgiveness will be available sometime this month. No specific date has been announced. Remember, go to studentaid.gov to register to receive notice as soon as the form is posted. Reports indicate it will take about 6 weeks for each form to be processed, so the sooner you submit the form, the better. However, the government will not stop processing forms until they are complete. If your form is submitted later than December 31st or has not been processed by then, the work to forgive your designated debt will continue. However, it is very important that you remember that repayment of student loans begins again in January 2023. Plan your application wisely. During the last month, a decision was handed down by the government that indicates that if a private finance company holds your student debt, you are no longer eligible for federal student debt relief, even if the federal student aid process initially awarded your loan. Over 4 million individuals are caught in this loophole and will not receive any level of forgiveness. Check with your student loan service agent to ensure your loan qualifies for forgiveness. There are legal challenges to the entire loan forgiveness process. However, the government is moving ahead, and you should do the same. All American-born males in the United States must register with Selective Service within 30 days of turning 18 years old or within 30 days of receiving citizenship before turning 26 years old. Many state and federal benefits and employment opportunities require that registration is completed. Please note that all individuals born male must register. If you are transgender and are born male, the policy states that you must register. If you have questions about any of these policies or how they impact you, go to the description below this video and access the posted link. Students registered in the Deferred Action for Childhood Arrivals program, also known as a DACA scholar, can continue to move forward with their education. Last week, a second judicial decision struck down the program based on how it was authorized. The courts ruled that the program must be legislatively authorized, not created by the executive branch of the U.S. government. So, the 600,000 plus students registered between 2012 and the date of the first legal decision may move forward with their college education under that program. No new registrations will be permitted. This leaves you students who are in the program with a task to undertake. That is to determine if your college has issued a statement on the topic of DACA scholars, and if so, what did they say? Measure how friendly the campus is to DACA students. One significant change in higher education over the past 2 decades is a large increase in Hispanic students enrolling in colleges. Between 2000 and 2019, the number of Hispanic students enrolled increased from 1.5 million to 3.8 million. While the number has remained a bit more static over the last 2 years, it is essential to remember that college attendance numbers dropped across the board during the pandemic. Funding is growing for Hispanic students, but there is still room for growth in enrollment and financing college. Let's move on to some information necessary for those completing their college applications. The American College Testing Organization released a report that is concerning. The average test score for the ACT for the class of 2022 fell to 19.8 of 36 points. That is the lowest average score since 1991. The average had grown to about 22 points, so the fall-off was rather significant. Those interpreting the score regression believe that the disruption in education throughout the pandemic is the most responsible for the fall. More disturbing is the growth in the number of individuals who did not meet the benchmark scores to indicate they are prepared for college-level work. the percentage of students failing to meet the level in all topics grew from 38% to 42%. To have that volume of students who are not prepared for education after high school is beyond unfortunate. The Scholarship Aptitude Test, or SAT, found the same trend. The average score fell from 1060 to 1050. Both exams found more students taking the test this year than last year, but the test completion rate is still behind the number of students taking the test in 2020. Remember that both test services offer fee waivers. The cost of the test should not prohibit you from participating. Investigate the fee waiver opportunities available. If you are taking either test this year in high school or as a part of your college application process, study, prepare, and practice. You can shine if you work hard enough. Remember that your ACT or SAT scores can make a difference not only in your application process, but the level of funding you receive from scholarships and colleges. It is college application season, and one of the best parts of this season is when state education departments present free college application days. On these days, residents of the state can submit college applications to public and some private colleges in the same state. With college application fees costing $50 or more, these free days are a great bonus to applicants. Make sure you know what your state has to offer and when. Then complete your applications in plenty of time to submit them within the prescribed free application dates. Fascinating trends are working to allow individual colleges to plan for and manage all the forces acting to challenge the future of individual institutions. With enrollment going down and challenges to the cost of attending, many schools must adapt to ensure their future. Adrian College is an example of colleges working with one another to increase course selection through partnerships and online education. Adrian is a small liberal arts college in Michigan that recognized that if they could offer more majors with less capital impact, they could become more attractive to students. Specifically, they can attract students who desire a small school experience while still having access to majors and courses beyond the college's borders. Adrian offers students courses from Rutgers, Harvard, Michigan, Duke, Yale, and more. The courses need to be approved in advance by Adrian College, and the student's graduation certificate will reflect a degree from Adrian. The lower cost of school attendance and the culture of the smaller school can be attractive to many students. In a continuance of the topics we bring to these videos regularly, we have our first entrance in the Be Careful sweepstakes for college admissions offices. In this case, Northeastern University Law School recently sent out more than 4,000 acceptance letters. Unfortunately, admissions decisions haven't been made yet. And some of those people who received letters had not even applied this year, they applied last year. Northeastern had to rescind every one of those acceptance letters. The letters were sent erroneously. This kind of mishap happens every year. If you are not confident that the acceptance letter you receive is accurate, please contact your admissions representative from that school to double check. Chances are excellent that the acceptance letter is well earned. But if it makes you more comfortable, make that call. File your FAFSA. Funds are presented on a first-come, first-served basis, so do it now. October tends to be a month when everyone in education can find their stress levels going up. If that is happening to you, check out our videos on stress reduction. Look for the positive in your life, and most importantly, get some sleep. Nothing changes your outlook or allows you to be more productive than being rested. For those who haven't yet noticed, in the description of our videos, we have a link to our website that will help you access the articles and information used to inform the scripts for our videos. Please review these resources on any topic that is important to you. If you found any of this information useful, hit the like button or perhaps consider subscribing. And if you have any questions, let us know in the comments below. We would love to hear what you are thinking.